So today I bring back with another video, which is the Mafia, the old country. Now this game was released back in 2025, and as you already know that my PC configuration is not even that good. Besides, I already got very recently Vega 7 with a Ryzen 5600g GT, and before that my PC configuration was i3 7th gen and also RX 550. Yes, RX 550 GPU and also Vega 7 does not even that much of a difference between them. You can consider it like a 1 or 2% or at least 10% difference. But in that time, when 2025, my PC was not even that up to the par. I didn't even have a guts to buy this game right off the bat and give you the first impression that is that game is actually going to be playful for your device or not. Anyway, the recently so many games are actually being cracked by the voice 38. I'm also waiting for this moment for a long time, because in that time I did not even want to waste my money and to see that is this game actually going to be work for me or not, because most of the times crack games can actually able to run this game properly. Besides, why am I saying this? Because there was kind of like a game God of War Ragnarok, which you really required a 6GB VRAM, but when it was like a crack right off the bat, when it was like a tease into this PC Steam, mod community are totally alter the requirement of a VRAM to a 4GB VRAM or like a lower amount if, so that the game actually able to play it by itself, and you can even totally play it without totally having any kind of like a restriction. So being able to play this game as a crack version, it is actually going to be very much of a good if you are a one of those like a low end PC users. Anyway, I already have too much, but in this video I'm going to show you that what kind of settings I'm playing, and I'm not going to show you the different settings that is it going to be running for 1080p or low, medium, or any of those high settings, because it is actually can be done if your PC is actually able to handle this one of those like a high settings. But as you already know that Vega 7 is not that much of a high GPU or high configuration PCs, so you have to totally bear with it. And also, so I don't want to drag this video as much as long, give you the best settings as much as first possible. So as you can see that my resolution is totally a 720p, and also gameplay frame rate unlimited. Of course, I have to unlimited. My FPS cannot even reach the 60 FPS, totally locking into the 43. Even the settings menu, other thing which is a performance high, of course my PC is not even that of a high, so I cannot even put it into a quality or balance mode. If I did that, my FPS is going to be 10 or 12 FPS. So the thing which is a global illumination, this kind of settings I cannot even able to lower than that, and it is actually a given settings that I have to play with it. Anyway, the another thing which is the VRAM requirement. Yes, I do have a VRAM requirement of a 2GB. If I just try to make it up to 4GB or 6GB, my total RAM requirement will be lower and the game will be crash right after that, because as you already know that this is 2026, all the games are run by the 16GB RAM instead of the 4GB or 8GB RAM. The era is already done. Anyway, already up, let's see the gameplay.
With that on you. Just keep your head down.
So the gameplay is actually placed on a kind of like a cave, so there are so many less details, so it would be actually very much of a hard for you to see that what kind of FPS that you are going to get when the mission are going to be drop into the city where so many obstacle going to be there. That will be the time that you can even see that is your game actually going to be performing or not for this current configuration that you are actually playing it right now. Okay, as far as the game is actually very smooth, 35 or 30 FPS is not even that bad, because most of the times the console gamers are play any of their game in a 30 FPS, which is actually considered as a cinematic mode. And there is some kind of like a texture missing. I already saw so many players are already playing this game on their Vega 7, and this kind of problem was happening to them as well, as like the texture is missing, and as you can see that the glass kind of like a field right around it. Okay.
Not much left here.
My shift ended out.
And right after this game, I'm going to make another video, which is a Stellar Blade. I really love this game. As you can see that there is kind of like a things happening. So I'm going to skip the cutscene. Okay, I have not even reached the area, but I actually reach a certain of a very demanding areas, and it just somehow showing me less FPS than before.
Don't ruin things.
As you can see, there so many textures are already been missing in my ground fields. Of course, it was already happened in the previous patches, but I saw so many people already fix it in their some kind of like other methods, but I didn't even apply that method. If I just somehow applied that method, I guess the problem will be fixed right away. So it is actually showing 23 to 24 FPS. Even damn, it is actually lowering so much.
Keep moving.
I think we moved the money.
It is actually lowering more than that, like 30 to 26.
but it's that or losing it all.
23, 22 FPS. Man, playing 22 FPS is very bad. I guess you should be avoid it at any cost. That's the thing what I'm trying to say here.
Madre. Look at that.
I haven't seen smoke that ever.
Years. It look good. I think
Okay.
we should be worried. And what is it for tomorrow? Come on. Say a prayer to Santa Barbara.
So many testers are already missing. There's some kind of like a tweaks and also update to fix it. If I just somehow able to apply those fixes, I guess the game will run much better and after applying them.
Shifts are getting longer.
Okay.
Every time I come up for air, they send me back down. Please.
But the game's mouse movement is actually feels smoother. Of course, it is because of the frame gen and also other things. 20 FPS.
Good. Ignacio hasn't packed up yet. Let's see what he has today.
I have to skip it to reach the actual point.
Head to the building
It is
at the
showing
back.
24
They moved
FPS
through
right
there
now.
After the rats got into it last week.
Man, it
No,
looks so
fucking
weird.
rats
It
now.
is missing so
It's
many
not the game.
textures.
I'll distract the guards if they're in your way.
This CPU 5600 GT is actually very good, man, very good. But if you are just somehow able to copy it up with the what's the name again, Intel Arc A580, which is very much of a good mid-range GPU,
You know what to do.
you are going to be
Wait! What's this?
blessed with it.
Think Gino's scheming? No, this. Hey,
What?
you don't remember the last ride. What's Padaro did?
I was right, wasn't I?
Cares if you will.
I guess they are going to let me prone. No, crouch is the best thing to do right here.
Come on, Gaetano. Where are you?
I cannot even move to that position because there are some guards are standing right up in front.
Handle a simple task.
Now I can just directly move up to that point.
Clean it up.
Yes.
That'll do. Locked. Of
This
course.
thing is already locked.
Could force it open. Ah, there it
Game
is.
is actually smooth. I'm not saying that it is actually a bad one. It is actually pretty smooth. If I just somehow fix the texture issue and also the frame gen is actually helping me to get a sustainable FPS. Yes, the frame gen and also other things are considered as a fake frame, but it can give you the actual of a good performance issue. It can actually give you the good performance rather than just letting you have the 10 FPS or 9 FPS.
That window is getting smaller, huh? Any luck? Let's get inside. Eat this in peace.
Yeah, my game is actually lagging there. It just really dropped into 10 FPS.
Bad timing. I know. I thought you were gonna
Man,
get caught with
missing the
their
textures
laptop.
is oof,
Read what they said.
so bad.
About these knives.
Anyway, I guess that's enough for the gameplay video and also gameplay test for the Vega 7 and also other things. And if you already like it, leave a like. And if you really want to see any of those games to run in this particular configuration, you can even totally let me know in the comment section. And see you in the next video. Peace.